Could Donald Trump be president for a third term? I think the answer is absolutely yes. Now, I know there's a lot of people who think this is going to sound kind of crazy, but just hear me out. There is a way for Donald Trump to be president for a third term. And no, it doesn't involve Donald Trump being a dictator or anything like that. Here's how it would work. You see, the 22nd Amendment of the Constitution, which was passed after Franklin Roosevelt had won 4 presidential elections, says that you cannot be elected to more than 2 terms as president of the United States. So a lot of people look at the 22nd Amendment and say, well, there you have it. There's no way for Donald Trump to be president for more than 2 terms, except the text very clearly says elected to 2 terms. It doesn't say that you can't serve more than 2 terms. It just says you can't be elected to more than 2 terms. So if there was another way for you to become president, theoretically, you could serve as president for more than 2 terms. Now, the 12th Amendment to the Constitution says that if, in order to be vice president, one of the qualifications for being vice president of the United States is that you have to be eligible to be president of the United States. And a lot of scholars have interpreted this to mean that if you're already served 2 terms as president, you can't serve as vice president either. So when you take the 22nd Amendment and the 12th Amendment together, there's a number of people who say there's just no way legally for Donald Trump to be president, but they're missing something very important. The Constitution of the United States says that succession after the vice president, like if the president and the vice president were both to step down, this line of succession is established by Congress. And Congress has passed a law. They passed a law in 1947 that determined this line of succession. And the next person in the line of succession after vice president is Speaker of the House. And then it's president of the Senate, and then it's cabinet level positions. Now, if someone were to serve as Speaker of the House, like say Donald Trump in 2029, after having served 2 terms, and then the president and vice president were to step down, then the Speaker of the House, in this case Donald Trump, could assume the office and be president for a 3rd term, and it would be completely legal. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, okay, maybe, but is Donald Trump actually going to run for Congress? He's going to become a member of the House and then chosen to be Speaker of the House? Well, this is where it gets really crazy. In the Constitution, it doesn't say you have to be a member of Congress to be Speaker of the House. Legal scholars have known this for 2 centuries. Anyone could theoretically be Speaker of the House. So the House could name Donald Trump as Speaker, and then the president and vice president could step down, say J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio. We're in a fictional 2029 here. And then Donald Trump could assume the office of president from Speaker of the House. So there you have it. Donald Trump, 3rd term as president.